Well, hello. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jamie Sprague Blue, and this is, I don't know, let me see if I can get her down here. This is Lucky, my co-host. So this is the Jamie and Lucky Midweek YouTube video blog. So, she's just really excited to, she just likes to come and lay in the church here. Let me turn this music off for a second. There we go. So yeah, I'm here. Estoy en mi iglesia formando la gente de Dios Unidos, Iglesia de Cristo. So I'm here at my church, affirming God's People United Church of Christ. And I'm doing it here rather than at my home because I actually get better internet reception here, and this computer works better with recording because my desktop at home is a real, getting old. And so I really don't have a good desktop at home to record YouTube from to do this. I should actually bring maybe one of these to the house and just use it for recording from the house. It works better than my desktop. My desktop is how many years old, and I think it's starting to die. So it's hard for me to actually do a live stream from home using my desktop. I got my laptop too, but even then they seem to be slow. There's not many programs on these computers that I have here, and it helps a lot by not having a lot of programs on it. And it's mostly, we use this for the church and stuff. So there's not a lot of information on it, not a lot of programs open on these computers. I do want to start doing this maybe weekly, and I'm thinking Wednesday because it's the midweek, the hump day to get us over the hill. And I want to make this a fun video blog so I can use your support. Help me come up with topics. If we, maybe eventually we can get some guests on here, do some interviews with guests, and try to do something a little different to help us all get through the midweek of our weeks. Grab yourself a cup of coffee, a drink, and join me, as we discuss various topics. Also, quiero hacer más hablado en bilingüe en este canal, hacer más interesante y divertido para mí y para ti. So I do want to make, start speaking more bilingual as I get comfortable, because it's going to take me a little bit to get comfortable with speaking in Spanish and everything. I really read better now. Leo más mejor que hablo than speaking it Spanish. I understand reading than I do listening to somebody at the moment. So I'm hoping that'll get better. I need more friends to communicate with in Spanish, and that would help. But I do want to try to make this where I kind of can switch back and forth and speak in Spanish, and where it's not, so people in English can understand and Spanish can understand, and we can, try to cross both worlds of English and Espanol. Because, as a Latina Americano, I want to start using my heritage and incorporating that into my life. So this is my goal, is to start doing this. I'm not going to be long today on this video, making this video. Just want to give a brief introduction to what I'm doing. I hope if you don't see this now, you see it later, you will start joining me. Um, and if you can't join me live, I will run it live so people can chat and can type in any questions they have. Um, and we can try to strike up some conversation as we go along. I'm not doing this on Facebook because Facebook is awfully touchy. As some of you know, that I have been, my main account from Facebook was taken down over 2 months ago now. And, there's no way of knowing why it was taken off, but Facebook disabled it. I have not had it back up yet, so I don't know why. I maybe typed too much stuff, anti-Trump or something, and Facebook didn't like it. So I guess they're not allowing freedom of speech. But anyhow, I haven't had my main account on Facebook, so I don't want to do much like that on Facebook. I'd rather do it on YouTube. I think YouTube is a better platform, and I want to build up here, where people come to this channel and can also stay connected with me and have something other than just Facebook to communicate with, because I don't like just one social media. I'd rather, people connect with me various ways. So I hope I can build up my, social media base here too, my friend base here on this channel on YouTube. So that's pretty much really about it today, as far as, telling you what I'm doing here. I do want to talk, various topics where we can talk about, as most of you know, I've been doing more art, and that's because, and the reason why I really started doing more artwork is because I'm taking an art class, and it's my second semester that I've taken art in up at UNLV. And in order to get my bachelor's degree in Spanish, I have to take 2 art classes. That won't help me speak Spanish, but that's part of the requirements, that you need to take. And, because when I transferred into UNLV, they only accepted so much of my credits that they would allow me to bring in, because you have to take, in order to get a degree from that college, you have to take so much of their courses too, so many classes from them. And so they wouldn't take all of my other, all of my classes that I've had from other places. So to get this degree, they wouldn't accept, they didn't take any of my other art classes. So that's fine, And so I took Art 101 last semester, and this is Art 102 this semester. And so we're really using pastel and everything, which is getting me, familiar with how to use pastel. So that's why I've been doing more art. You've been seeing on Facebook, I've been showing some of my artwork and everything. And so I would love to talk about art on this channel. We can talk politics. We can talk about religion. We can talk about trans issues, LGBTQ issues. I would like it to be a broad range of topics that we can talk on this channel. And if you have any ideas, I would love to hear your input. Also, I have the chat open so you can chat in anything. I'd love to hear some feedback. If there's any guests you would like to see me to interview or anything like that too, let's do that also. Maybe bring some people on here. And maybe I can try to fix this where it looks a little inviting in the back. I know it don't look too inviting from this angle. I could flip it around and show the altar of the church too, but I don't know. So right now I'm working from the church here, because it does get better. It definitely runs better on the internet here than it does at my house. So I can't do Because if I were to run this at home, it would really, really be slow. And my mouth would probably be moving at a different rate than how I'm talking. So um, it would look like one of those foreign movies where the mouth is moving and the words aren't coming out right. So um, this looks a lot better, seeing it on the screen as far as the speed of the video and all that. It seems to be working a lot better than it does at my house with the internet connection. And actually, I'm just connected right now using my little, what do you call this? Little hotspot. And I got this from Boost Mobile because it runs like $50 a month. That's how we have internet service here at the church right now. So this runs like $50 a month, and it's pay as you go. So if you miss a payment, you just don't have internet for that month until you pay again. So I find that handy. And I also got the same thing at home through Cox. Really, they've got the same thing now where you pay like $50 a month, and it's pay as you go. And then that way, if you can't afford a month or something, it's no big deal. You pay it when you got it, and that way you have internet service when you want it. I'm finding that's the best way to go, because to subscribe to internet anymore, it's expensive, and it seems like it kept increasing. It starts out, you sign up for a plan maybe for $69, $89. And then strangely, it always gets up over $100. I think, we were close to $125 a month we were paying for internet. We said, no, we can save some money. So we're doing this way, just pay as you go, pay as we could afford. So as most of you know, Dave and I, we're on a very limited income. We go live off of his income, so I can do this here, do the church, go to school, and to also to my activism within the community. So it's hard for me to have a full-time job. The church is almost a full-time job, even though I don't get paid really a salary right now. It's a full-time job. I get a stipend here or there as we can afford it. That's the thing. So if you would love to support my ministry, you can make donation on our websites. Same with Las Vegas Trans Pride. If you would love to support, my nonprofit, Las Vegas Trans Pride, you can go to either affirminggodspeople.org if you want to support the church ministry, or lasvegastranspride.org and support our nonprofit, where we do work within the trans community here in Las Vegas. We provide chest binders for individuals who are looking for more of a masculine chest. We help with name changes. I have the documents on my computer, and all we got to do is plug somebody's info into the document, and it takes about 5-10 minutes, and we can hook somebody up with the paperwork that they would need to take here to the family court and get their name change for if they want to get their name change here in Las Vegas, in Nevada. And I think let's see, what was the last time somebody paid the fee? I think it's like $175, maybe $200 or so. Not too much over that. You don't have to pay anymore. When I did it, I had to put a small thing in a publication saying I was making my name change and all that. Now you don't have to do that. It's a really simple process. So all you do is, and a person can really do it themselves now, is download the forms from online from the family court here in Nevada, and they can fill out the paperwork and take it themselves to the court. But if somebody doesn't feel comfortable with doing the paperwork themselves, or they want more of a professional look to it where it's all typed out instead of have to handwriting it out, I'm happy to do that. And we don't charge for any of the services that we do here for the church or Las Vegas Trans Pride. We don't charge for any of that service. We also we help feed people that are in need of food. We'll take them food if they need some food or anything. And we're kind of taking a break right now because I needed a break. But we also go into the parks and feed the homeless. That's more through the church. And so we do various things like that. And it's kind of neat because we mix, affirming God's people along with Las Vegas Trans Pride and work it in together. So it's both a ministry within the community that we do. So if you would love to support that, we would love your help. We would love for you to be a part of us, and donations are always appreciated on that aspect. So what else can I share? I think that's about it. So I think I'm going to cut this short. I thank you for joining me. I thank you for tuning in. Again, share any thoughts, what you would like to see on this channel. Remember, this is, Fluffy. She's my co-host. There she's lifting her head. Let me see. Look up into the camera, Fluff. There we go. She's looking, see? So Fluffy is my co-host. So this is the Jamie and Fluffy YouTube video blog here from Las Vegas. And I hope you're having a great day. And we will see you next week. I will try to do this on Wednesdays. Let's say about between 1:30 2 o'clock right now. Let's see if I can be consistent on it. That's the thing. I have to get more consistent with this to make this work and to make it happen. But I need your help on trying to come up with ideas, what we can talk about, what you would like to hear discussed. If you want to, I really didn't want to talk about politics today because I think we all need a break from politics, especially now since we're close to election day. We probably need a break before we hit the election day. And believe me, I think that day is going to be stressful enough for many of us. I'm anxious for it to get here, but I'm anxious also for it to get past election day to see where we are heading as a country. And, what does it look like for our future? So we are going to have a watch party here at our church on election night. Not that all the results will be in, but we figure we'll use that time to pray for our country and everything and what's going on right now. Because I think, we're in a political hot mess, and I think it's unfortunate where we are politically in this country, and how divided we are as a country. So I'm hoping things can change. We can have a better outlook on our future, and that life can start changing for people. I hope we can start getting a grip on this pandemic, which has our nation, going one way or the other way. I wish we can get the numbers down on this. So tune in, and let me know what you want to hear on this channel. I love you, appreciate you, and you have a blessed day.